Hi yogis, it's Jody, and today we're going to do an energizing power vinyasa flow. Designed for levels 1 or 2, it's beginner friendly. You won't need any props, so just meet me at the top of your mat. We're going to begin in Tadasana mountain pose. Pressing the soles of your feet into the earth, feet are hips width distance, hands by your side, palms facing up, close your eyes. Just taking a moment here to tune in with your breath, to check in with your body, and to slow it down. Taking a moment here to set an intention. I always like to set an intention of gratitude, or maybe today we want to set an intention of opening our heart, staying open to radiate whatever is in our heart's center out into the universe, out into the world, and hope that it comes back into us. Let's seal that intention in, bringing the hands together, heart center, taking one long deep inhalation through the nose. Open your mouth, sigh it out. Opening your eyes, taking your hands back by your side. We're just going to start by warming up the arms today. So sweeping the arms out to come up, gaze up as the palms touch, and slowly bringing the hands back, heart center. We're going to keep doing it a few more times. Sweeping the arms out to come up, gaze up as the palms touch, and then bringing your hands back to your heart. Keep going. As you're doing this, imagine that you're sending your heart's desire out into the universe, and then you're bringing all the goodness back into yourself. Sweeping the arms out as you radiate your energy. Inhale. Exhale, letting go of anything that no longer serves you. One more time, sweeping the arms out to come up. Lift your heart higher, gaze up. And as you exhale, hands back to heart center. That always makes me feel good. Hopefully you're smiling too. Let's sweep the arms out to come up. One last time, gaze up as the palms touch. And this time, we're gonna take the arms behind us, interlacing the fingers, drawing the elbows towards each other, squeezing the palms together, and pulling the knuckles towards the ground. Taking your heart up, opening your throat chakra, looking up, inhale. Keeping your arms like this, slightly bending your knees, forward fold. Reaching your knuckles overhead. Maybe starting to straighten the legs. Reaching the crown of your head towards the earth. Inhale, lift the sit bones up. Exhale, go deeper. Inhale, sweeping the arms down. Heel toeing your big toes together, little space between the heels, and folding one more time. Inhaling, root to rise all the way up. Gaze up as the palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart. This time I want you to interlace all your fingers, but the index fingers and the thumbs. Inhale, bringing the arms overhead, taking your feet hips width distance, or about the size of the mat. Heels are in, toes are out. Inhale, we lengthen through the sides of the waist. Exhale, drawing the navel and the ribs in. Now we're slowly going to start to squat down as low as you can get. Heels are down, knees are out. And then we're going to inhale, pushing through the feet, go back up. We're going to do this 3 more times. Inhale, squat down. Exhale, pushing up. 2 more times. Squatting down, keeping the belly in, sitting back. And as you push through the heels to stand up, squeeze the glutes at the top. Last time, slowly squatting down. And then standing back up. I lied. Now this is our last time. Slowly squatting down. Bringing your hands heart center. Taking your elbows inside the knees, pushing the knees open. Coming into your yogi squat. Feel the energy in the outside of your feet to lift the pelvic floor a little bit higher. Engaging the core. Heart comes towards your palms. Inhale. And as you exhale, put your hands down. We're going to step our left foot back. Keeping our right foot at an angle, we're going to have the hands inside the feet. Inhale here. And as you exhale, dropping the left knee. Untucking the back toes. And we're going to push our right knee away with our right hand. Starting to stretch the inner groin and outer hip area. And if this feels good, see what it's like to go down to your forearms. And then push that knee away, opening your heart towards the room. Inhale. And exhale. It doesn't matter if you're on your hands or on your forearms. Reach that right arm up and then back towards that left foot. Grabbing your back foot. First, we want to kick the foot back to expand across the chest. Inhale. And as you exhale, drawing that foot in towards you. Now taking the stretch into the tops of the quads, hip flexors. Gazing up, inhale. And as you exhale, releasing that back foot, hands come back down to the mat, lifting the back knee up, coming into your lizard pose. Making sure that we're coming high into the ball of that back foot, hugging our inner thighs in, pushing the mat away, and don't forget to breathe. Starting to really strengthen those hamstrings and hips. Feel your core tightening from the inside out to strengthen your pelvic floor as well. Inhale. And as you exhale, slowly start to crawl your hands towards the back of the mat, angling your left foot out, bending into that knee, coming into your surfer's lunge. Inhaling, expanding across the chest, left arm up, left hand down, right hand up. Inhale. And as you exhale, for an extra challenge, try not to use your hands. Can you step back into a squat at the top of the mat? Really starting to work those legs. Hands come heart center. Coming back to our breath. In this pose, we're going to strengthen our ankles, our calves. We're going to work into those knees, flexibility. Let's take it to the other side. Hands down, and this time we're going to step our right foot back. Keeping your left foot at an angle. Slowly starting to drop that right knee. Untucking the toes, pushing your left knee away. And if you went down onto your forearm on the other side, do it on this side. Bracing yourself with your left arm, pushing yourself away. Chest lifts, inhale. And as you exhale, slowly reaching that left arm up and reaching it back towards your right foot. Picking that back foot up. First, we kick the foot away to open across the chest. Inhale. And as you exhale, pulling that foot in. Now feeling the stretch in the quads and the hip flexors, the front of the body. Slowly start to release that back foot. Left arm reaches up. And we come back to the front, tucking the back toes, pushing back up into our lizard lunge. Taking a few deep breaths here. Coming high into the ball of your back foot, bending deeply into that left knee. Drawing the navel and lower belly in, pushing the mat away. Inhale. And as you exhale, slowly start to walk your hands back towards your right foot. Angling your right foot out, squatting into that knee. Straightening your left leg and coming into your Skandasana, surfer's lunge. Arms open up, grounding myself with that left heel. Gaze up at the left hand, inhale. And as you exhale, try not to use your hands. Slowly stepping back into squat at the top of the mat. Just warming up, you got this, yogis. Interlace your fingers, all but the index finger and the thumb. Raise the hands, and as we inhale, start to push down with the heels to raise back up to standing. Inhale, gaze up as the hands touch, hearts. Bring your hands heart to heart center. Stepping your feet in, big toes touching, little space between the heels. Let's take it back through a vinyasa. Inhale, sweeping the arms out to come up. Exhale, dive it forward. Inhale, find a flat back. Exhale, step back into plank. Knees can be up or down. Shift the shoulders forward, past the wrists, bend the elbows for chaturanga. Inhale for cobra, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. In this first downward dog, feel free to bend one knee at a time. Maybe twisting from side to side. Making sure that you're gripping the mat with your fingertips, hugging the inner arms in, and pushing the hips up and back. Eventually finding stillness. Using your Ujjayi pranayama to be your guide. Bringing the feet to touch, big toes touching. Inhale, right leg lifts. Go ahead and bend the knee and open the hips. Try to square the shoulders as you pull the left hip back, lifting that right knee higher. Inhale. And then exhale, shift the shoulders to the wrist. Spinning to the pinky side edge of your left foot, flip your dog. Inhale, chest lifts, squeeze the glutes, gazing towards your right hand. Inhale. And as you exhale, going from this opening position to now a strengthening position, side plank. Stack the shoulders, the hips, the feet. If this is too much, you could have one foot down, come onto your knees, but you're stronger than you know, yogis. Push up through those arms, engage the core, hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How slowly can you bring that right knee into your chest and then step it forward to the top of the mat? Spinning your left foot down at an angle, looking for that heel to arc alignment, and then windmilling up into warrior 2. Bending deeply into that right knee, pulling my right hip back into the midline, anchoring down to the pinky side edge of my left foot. Inhaling, I breathe in length to the sides of my waist. And as I exhale, I look over my fingertips, expanding my arms. Breathing. Coming back to your heart's intention. Staying present. Aligning with our purpose. Aligning our mind and body with this pose. Inhale, flipping the right palm, reverse your warrior. And as you exhale, taking your right elbow to your right knee or your right hand inside your right foot, left arm up and over the ear for extended side pose. We're going to do it 3 more times, yogis. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, Parsvakonasana, side angle. Inhale, reverse, halfway there. Exhale, Parsvakonasana. My little dancing warriors, last time. Inhale, reverse, keeping the bend in the knee. Exhale, side angle pose. Inhale, coming back up to warrior 2, but this time we're going to straighten our front leg. Angle our left foot out, and we're just going to catch that wave back into our surfer's lunge. Inhale, open your arms, gaze up. And as you exhale, we're gonna turn and face the back of our mat. Bending deeply into our left knee, coming high into the ball of our back foot, and rising up to crescent pose. Connecting with our breath, slowing it down, allowing the breath to help you lengthen through each vertebrae of the spine. And as you exhale, drawing the navel and the ribs in. Inhale, look forward, look down at your feet, and how slowly can you step your right foot to meet your left foot for Utkatasana chair pose. Squeezing those inner thighs, firming the outer hips, drawing the navel in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sitting all the way down into Navasana boat pose. Keeping the knees bent, or if you like an extra challenge, straightening those legs. Can you hold it? Engage the upper core for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower for half boat pose. We got this, yogis. Shoulders lift, point the toes. You got it for 3, 2, 1. You made it. Now we want the soles of the feet to come down onto the mat, bending your knees. At no point or time when we come up into bridge do our knees knock together or outwards. We want to keep our feet straight. We want to keep our knees straight. Press down through the heels of the feet to lift the hips. Slowly working from shoulder to shoulder, interlace your hands underneath you. Inhale, lift the chest towards the chin. And as you exhale, draw your navel and ribs in. Feel that there's a energy magnetizing your heels towards your hands to lift the hips higher. You got this, yogis. Work those glutes, lift higher, inhale, and then slowly coming back down to the mat. Drawing your knees into your chest, grabbing onto your hamstrings, and just start to roll. Back and forth, up and down the spine. Do this a few times. And then on your next roll forward, can you take it back to Chaturanga, all the way down to your back. Bringing your head down to the mat, interlacing the hands on your back. Inhale, lift the head, lift the shoulders, hands pull back, stay here. Firing up those back muscles, push down with the tops of the feet, draw the navel in, look forward. Maybe now we're gonna pull a little higher, lift a little higher, gaze up, inhale. Exhale, releasing all the way back down to the mat. Hands come by the ribs. Wrist and elbows align. Tuck the toes. Can we push back up to plank? And then all the way back to downward facing dog. Yes, we're facing backwards on our mat. Don't worry. Flowing to the other side will take us back to the front. Taking a few breaths here. All right, hopefully I haven't lost you yet. Hang in there, we're almost there. Bringing the feet together, big toes touching. Inhale, left leg lifts. Bend the knee, open the hip. Pull that right hip back, square the shoulders, lift the left knee a little higher. Inhale. And as you exhale, shift the shoulders towards the wrist, spinning on the pinky side edge of your right foot. Flip your dog. Inhale, heart lifts, squeeze the glutes. Look back towards your hand, inhale. Going from this heart opening position to now a strengthening position, side plank pose. Stack your shoulders, your hips, lift higher. You got this, yogi, you got it. Don't give up on me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly drawing your left knee in, look towards the back of the mat. How slowly can you step that left foot forward? Spinning our right heel down, looking for that heel to arc alignment, and then windmilling up, warrior 2. Taking a few moments to find the proper alignment, to take this time to reconnect with our intention, with our breath, with our body. Pulling that left hip back anchoring down to the pinky edge of my right foot, lengthening through the sides of the waist, feeling the length of your arm span open up wide. Let's start to do our dancing warrior. Inhale, reverse the left palm and reverse your warrior. Inhale. And as you exhale, taking your left hand to the knee or inside the left foot and the right arm up and over the ear. Whatever you did on the other side. 3 more times. Inhale, reverse your warrior, keeping the bend in the knee. And as you exhale, side angle pose. 2 more times. Inhale, reverse. You got this. Exhale, Parsvakonasana. Last one. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Gaze up, exhale, side angle pose. This time we're gonna come back up to warrior 2, straighten that right leg, straighten your left leg, then turn your right leg and angle it towards the corner of the top mat. And we're gonna find our Skandasana surfer's lunge. Opening up the arms out wide, feeling the stretch in the hip flexors of my left leg. Inhale here. And as you exhale, we're gonna turn and face back towards the front of the mat. Bending deeply into that right knee, coming high into the ball of my left foot, rising up, crescent pose. You got this, yogis. Hang in there, we're almost done. Inhale, we find length. Exhale, sit a little deeper. Look down at your right foot and see how slowly you can step your left foot to meet your right for Utkatasana chair pose. Drawing the lower belly in, lengthening through the sides of the waist, sitting a little lower. Inhale. Exhale, sitting all the way down. You guessed it, Navasana boat pose. Working those core, work those abs. For the last 3 seconds, can we straighten those legs? Feel yourself shaking, you got this, hold it, hold it, hold it. And then slowly lowering to half boat pose. Whew. Shoulders lift, toes lift, inhale. Exhale, going all the way down. Ah. Good job. From here, I'm gonna guide you into Urdhva Dhanurasana, upward facing bow pose. If it doesn't feel good in your body, don't do it. Don't sacrifice the body for the pose. But if you want to try it out with me, again, it's very important that our knees are in a straight line. At no point do they knock inwards or go outwards, because that will just hurt our lower back. Pain is never okay. All right, push down through your heels, lift the hips, taking your hands by your ears. Fingertips face towards your shoulders and see what it's like to come up onto the crown of your head. And if that feels good, pushing all the way up into your full wheel pose. Breathing here. Breathing deeply and exhaling completely. If this feels good in your body, maybe walking your feet towards your hands, maybe lifting up into your toe tips, lengthening through the lower body, lower back, becoming this, looks like a rainbow to me. You're a rainbow. I'm a rainbow too. Inhale. Exhale, slowly lowering those feet and lowering your body all the way back down to your mat. Knocking your knees, placing one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. And just feeling all that energy you created radiate from you. Ah, feels good. All right, bring your knees into your chest, grab onto your hamstrings, and we're going to start to rock and roll. A few more times. All the way out into our chaturanga, all the way down to our belly. Head to mat, taking your arms back, bending the knees. And you could grab on the outside of the ankles, or if you like a deeper shoulder opener, grabbing onto the inside. First, on the inhale, we're gonna kick back to lift the shoulders, and then we lift up, coming into our full boat pose. You could flex or point the feet. rocking. If you haven't eaten anything, kind of rocking on your belly. Inhale, everything lifts. Exhale, lowering back down to the mat. Wiggling the hips from side to side. Slowly coming up into your forearms for Sphinx pose. Elbows underneath your shoulders. Pressing to the tops of the feet, drawing the belly in. Heart shines through the gateway of the shoulders. Inhale, look up. And as you exhale, tuck your toes. Lift the knees, coming into forearm plank. Whew, almost there, yogis. Let's work those core one last time. Can you hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's the final push. Walk it in, dolphin pose. You got this. Push down through the elbows, lift the hips, hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, you did it. 1, coming back down to child's pose. Deep inhalation through the nose. Open your mouth, sigh it out. Inhale, sitting all the way up. From here, we're going to extend our legs out in front of us, flexing the feet. Hands come by our sides. We're going to lengthen for Dandasana. And then exhale, forward fold. If you have the flexibility and you could grab onto the feet, grab onto the outer edges of your feet, rolling the inner thighs down. But you don't have to. You could grab the shins, the ankles. We really want to focus on lengthening the spine and then folding down. Paschimottanasana. A deep seated fold. Inhale, crown of the head lengthens towards the toe tips. And as you exhale, go deeper into the pose, drawing the navel in. Inhale, sitting all the way up, and then coming down onto our backs. Drawing your knees in, giving yourself a little cuddle, embracing yourself. Because the hardest part is over. You showed up, you tried all the things with me. Keeping your right knee where it is, extending your left leg, and we're just gonna do a little twist. Using my left hand to guide my right knee towards the earth. Drawing my right shoulder down, gazing towards the right. Inhale, breathing in length. And then exhale, I just surrender. Feel each breath enter through the skin, lengthen through each vertebrae of the spine, creating space. Inhale. Open your mouth, sigh it all out. Good job. Inhale back to center, drawing both knees into your chest. And let's just take it to the other side. Straightening your right leg and then taking your left knee across the hips down towards the earth. Gazing towards your left hand. So there's a few ways to feel this. The more that my left knee comes down to the mat, the more I feel it in my lower back, my outer hips opening, and the more that my shoulder comes down to the earth, the more I feel this in the upper back. Making sure that my tailbone is reaching towards my heels to create more space and length. Gazing towards my left hand. Taking a deep inhalation through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Inhaling back to center. Drawing my knees into my chest, coming one little ball. Arms go forward, come into a tight little ball, hold it. And then releasing everything. Feet to the corners of the mat, palms up by your side. Shavasana. Taking one last deep inhalation here. Closing your eyes, sigh it out. Shavasana. This is the part of the practice where you just embrace yourself and you feel heavy onto the earth. You allow anything that's willing to be released. You do it here. You don't have to hold on to anything you don't want to anymore. Use this brief time to be comfortable with exactly where you are. To be okay with exactly what you are. Knowing that you're exactly where you're meant to be. Shavasana. On your next inhale, fill your lungs with joy, with happiness. And as you exhale, sigh out everything that's no longer serving you. I want to encourage you to stay here for as long as you need. It's truly the best part. But if you're ready to move on, slowly start to bring your knees in towards your chest. Rolling to your side and sitting up into a comfortable seat. Keeping your eyes closed, resting your hands on your thighs, and just observing. Observing your energy, observing the mind, your body, observing maybe the peace and the joy that this yoga practice has brought you. And then slowly bringing your hands heart center in Anjali Mudra. Taking an inhalation through the nose. And as you exhale, bowing our chin towards our heart, always in gratitude. Inhaling, lifting the chin, opening your eyes. Thank you, yogis, so much for joining me today on this practice. Thank you for hanging in there and trying all the things with me. For it really means the world to me. If you like it, let me know, comment, subscribe. I really want to grow this community. You joining me today means the world to me. Thank you so much. Until we meet again, namaste.